Hey everybody, I'm here at Canada Way, and I just wanted to talk a little bit about the fact that Telus is now the most complained about telecom in Canada. According to the federal government, they've got an agency, it's called the CCTS, that compiles these complaints, and Telus is top of the list this year. A few years ago, they were actually near the bottom of the list. You know, the government's probably wondering, well, what's going on at Telus? And customers might be wondering what's going on at Telus, but I'll tell you who's not wondering what's going on at Telus. It's us who work at Telus, union employees of Telus, that see this house of cards falling all around us every day that we go to work. If you look at the timeline of when this spike in complaints started, guess what? It started in 2023. That's the first mass offering of voluntary severance packages to union employees. It started in March 2023. We had 6,500 employees at Telus within USW 1944 at that time, and now we have only 3,500 employees at Telus. These aren't employees that were let go or that were packaged out because efficiencies were found and it was determined that they were no longer necessary. It turns out from these complaint statistics, just what we suspected in the first place, which is that these were essential workers who were the reason that customers had high quality telecom, and they were just paid to leave their jobs. And you can see the result of that. Now, if you look at the last CCTS report before these big package offerings back in 2021, 2022, Telus only had a bit over 500 complaints in their mid-year report. This last report, Telus actually had received 2,300 complaints. So their complaints are just exploding. There's been a lot of talk over the years of the need for more competition in telecom in Canada. And a lot of the discussion is about price because of people not being able to shop around to enough providers. But just as important is the issue of service. We need telecoms to feel like they need to provide high quality service, or else folks are going to go elsewhere. And if there isn't enough competition, then you end up in a situation like what we have in Canada with telecom complaints exploding, and Telus leading the pack in that explosion of complaints. Now, the big question is, does the government even care? And they should care. They're obliged to care by law under the Telecommunications Act. And I'm just going to read the beginning of it. It says, "It is hereby affirmed that the telecommunications system performs an essential role in the maintenance of Canada's identity and sovereignty, and that the Canadian telecommunications policy has as its objective to render reliable and affordable telecommunications services of high quality accessible to Canadians." Now, if the government actually believes in those words, they need to enforce high standards of quality on companies like Telus so that they reverse some of these workforce cuts and stop the gutting of our telecom system that Canadians rely on.